Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe so you never miss an upload. The chapter starts off from Toga visiting her old house, now completely abandoned, with the words demon, born a burden, vampire, and get out written all over its walls. The words, we did everything that we could, but it wasn't enough. That girl is a demon child, echo in her head, as she looks at the place that was once her home. No one will ever accept the creepy side of you. I'm telling you this for your own sake. Toga goes to her old house, reminiscing about an old dream of her, where a sparrow would cover her with blood, as she scoffs with an angry expression that they threw all her stuff away. Didn't know you had a heart in that job, Dabi comments, but even someone like you can get caught up in emotion. I was just curious to see what happened to my old house. So, do you think you have what it takes? For what? To put an end to this pathetic world? A little late to ask that now, Toga replies. Good. This world doesn't give a damn whether you smile or cry. The sun will rise again tomorrow, impartial to all. So I say, let's smile, Himiko Toga. Smiling is why we live our lives. Toga calls Toya kind, and he says he is just taking revenge against Endeavor, telling Toga she can use the quirks of those she can love. Before Makia tore that place down, I managed to grab a sample from the man himself. Twice his blood, that is. Let us carry on this sad man's parade. Dabi's ideology is like a twisted form of All Might's, that no matter what, we should keep on smiling. Toga is now just as big of a threat as Twice was during the first war, and we know how scared Hawks was of him. All for One is now using Spinner as a symbol to further his goal. Since Spinner is a heteromorph, he wants to make it look like Spinner is a messiah for the heteromorphs, as the heteromorphs have been discriminated just because they look different. Essentially, racism. Despite how different the world of My Hero Academia is, it tries to take real issues. Anyhow, we cut to the UA emergency quarters, where the civilians have been living, and naturally, All for One has spies there as well. They say that considering the heroes don't know where the villains are, Deku is bound to leave UA at some point. We cut to the UA students training and preparing themselves. Deku contemplates on the fact that they barely have enough time to talk, thinking about how he still hasn't thanked Uraraka for what she did. Before he can, however, All Might arrives saying, I am here, as usual, and explains their final plans for the upcoming war. Endeavor looks especially upset, and one can guess why. As they leave, Deku hugs his mother, and not a single tear is shed from the both of them. Even though this might be the last time Inko sees her son, we see other students meeting their families. Eri meets Kota here, and Choji is seen shaking the hand of the lady Deku saved. Heteromorph to heteromorph. I'm starting to see a pattern that might be important later. Going to the place that might be their last resting place, Deku sees Uraraka standing outside alone, so he sparks a conversation with her. After some awkward silence, Uraraka says that during her speech, she saw Himiko Toga, that she was crying. Uraraka says that Toga had a different ideology of what she thought was right. So now she's watching the destroyed city so she won't feel any sympathy or empathy for the villain. I get you. I too saw the little boy crying wistfully inside Tomoda's shigaraki. Even though our conflict is unavoidable, I don't want to ignore that side of him. I guess that makes the two of us quite the oddballs. Ida and Bakugo also try to comfort Todoroki about Dabi, where Todoroki says he can't relate to them at all. He also says that he would like to eat udon with Dabi, implying he wants to save Dabi as well. As the plot thickens and we race towards the second war,